Do you ever wonder which GM mode commentary had the best team? Do you ever think to yourself who was the best player ever for GM Superbman? We have been doing GM mode commentaries for over a decade now, and wouldn't it be amazing to go back and compare all the teams, the players, the stats, and the awards? Ladies and gentlemen, this is a special day. I am so excited to introduce the official 2BC GM mode dashboard. Every single stat ever used, every single player ever drafted, everything I have ever done in my GM mode commentaries can now be found in the 2BC GM mode dashboard, and it's available to everyone. You can find the link to the dashboard down in the comments section. Now, before we dive into this, I want to take a moment to thank the creator, Magalanik. I hope I'm pronouncing that right, buddy. I can only imagine how long this took you. I've always wanted an encyclopedia for all my GM modes, and this is perfect. The amount of different fan art that can come from this, from me, from the fans, is endless. So thank you so much. And if you guys want to thank Magalanik, you can just comment down below, or you can send him a DM on our Discord. His username is Magalanik2924. So ladies and gentlemen, let's jump into this sucker. I'm like a kid in a candy store. There is so much information over these 4 different pages, I can't even begin to tell you. So we're just going to go through it one by one. I'm live here with you guys. We're not going to edit this up, right? But here you go. We are on the team stats page right now. My GM mode team summary. So this is my overall, my regular season record, 9,639 wins, 5,084. You get it, right? My playoff record. I've won 49 Stanley Cups, 44 President's Trophies. I mean, I really am the greatest GM in the history of the NHL, right? Look at these numbers. Stanley Cup wins, the Utah Yeti up there with Tampa Bay. I mean, this is what's crazy. It's going to jog my memory. I don't even remember. What year was Tampa Bay? You got Seattle Stallions in there. There's the Philadelphia Flyers. President's Trophy wins. I mean, Boston, I don't remember them as well, right? Everything like pre-2019, it's just like a freaking, I don't even know, like a haze. I don't even remember it, man. I remember 2020 and onward, but this is what's great about it. An encyclopedia like this, it jostles the memory. My average season record, 47, 28, and 7 with 101 points on the year. So that's my total average all-time goals for and goals against. Special teams, my all-time power play, but it also has the graph. What the heck? Hang on a second. Power play percentage and penalty kill percentage. So like the Philadelphia Flyers, year 8 had a penalty kill of 84 and a power play of 33. So you could just see these ridiculous numbers. What was this Boston year? Average 36% on the power play. I don't even remember that, man. This is great. I'm loving this. Let's keep on going. I don't want to get bottled down on one stat for too long. There's so much out there. Wow, regular season win percentage. You got the different games in there, the chemistry era, the new gen era, and the old gen. So that's what we're calling it, the chemistry era. Yeah, I don't remember anything from the new gen era. That when NHL 15 came out and it was a crap game, those 5 games before the 2020s, man, oh my god. Regular season point progression. Look at this. How GM Superbman takes over a team in year 1 and then builds them up. It seems like I've always had the best results on starting a team from fresh and building them into something, right? Was there anyone that like dropped off towards the end? Washington. I'm just looking for like a team that failed. What about Vancouver? Vancouver started off, damn, I ended worse in 9 years with Vancouver. I didn't get them a Stanley Cup. Is that the next team? Oh, we're not going to talk about that right now. Win leaders, single season. Damn, Quebec won 66 games. Calgary 66. Team point leaders. Is that Jared Vesh, or is that just the points? The total amount of points. So yeah, it's the total amount of points. So the greatest win I've ever had was 66, but the best point total season ever was the Utah Yeti in year 12, 137 points on the, I love this. I love this so much. Let's go next to player cards, shall we? Look at this. Look at the Jared effing Veshy. My man even put like avatars in there, right? And you can like search different players. Now, hey, let me just, so this is all the, God, you got the height and weight. You got all of his regular season playoff. I switched to playoffs. Does that pop up? His playoff numbers. He is all the way up here in goals. Look at this. There was one man, one myth, one legend. He's all the way up there in all the analytics, way ahead of like Toronto JVR. That's James Van Riemsdyk right there. Harvey McMillan with Arizona. Like, all these names, man. Steele with Anaheim. 5-time Stanley Cup winner. 3-time Art Ross. I mean, you know it, right? You know it. Jared Vesey, an absolute stud. But what about some other names? I'm just going to throw out some there. So if I just type in, like, Trent Lofthouse. I remember this guy from, I think it was Tampa Bay. There he is. There he is. So if I click on it, hang up. He's even got an avatar in there. What in the hell? There's Trent Lofthouse. Look at the years that he had. 82 games, 56 points, 84 points. Man, it's hilarious how, like, on old gen, these were considered, like, great seasons, right? And then all of a sudden we got to the chemistry era, and it just shoots up. But he is a 5-time Stanley Cup champion. What was that other guy? It was Boston that I went a long time with. I think his name was, like, West. Cody West or something. But like I said, yeah, NHL 20, I don't even remember these games. He put Kanye. So Magellanic told us all that he put some Easter egg avatars in there. I can already guess, man. Look what Kanye Cody West did for us. So that's got to mean the Toronto Maple Leaf freaking series, right? Remember when we had to put Merrick Satan in there on the 4th line? Let's see. There. No games in the regular season, but the playoffs for Merrick Satan, 9 games played, 3 goals. He came in the conference finals or the Stanley Cup finals, and it made it work out. So this is what I mean. This is just hilarious. What other names could you find in this? And I think also, if I can do this the right way, if I just sort by the team, yeah, you can actually bring up all of the different players. So let's go to the Quebec GM mode. There you go, man. Sorry about that. There might be some issues with the way it's free, right? So don't worry about it, buddy. I love this. Don't worry if there was a few issues here and there with the side. I don't care. I love this. So you got all the freaking names: Alexander Barkov, Jack Campbell, Aaron Ekblad. So you can actually click on these guys and then they pop up. Look at this, man. Look at this. I can just easily find anything that I want. I could stay here for hours, but let's move on to the team cards. So what's the team card? It's just the overall summary of each team. Well, let's bring up the Philadelphia Flyers, just because that's the most recent GM mode and everyone is familiar with this. Might spark the memory a little bit. So he's already got this updated. How much you working on this, Magellanic? I mean, my God, you know what? It must have been so hard to get this done. Now, it's got to be kind of easy just to maintain it compared to what he did, right? So, Magellanic, thank you for all this work. 4 Stanley Cups, 2 President's Trophies. There's all the regular season numbers, regular season points. You can see how we went up. The playoff wins, 16-7, 16-6, 16-3, 16-7. Those 4-year run with the Philadelphia Flyers. Goals for versus goals against, special teams. The playoff stat leaders, the single season. I got playoffs in there as well. Matt Vay, oh my God. And it shows you the playoff run that we went on. That's crazy. So year 7, for example. Yeah, 4-2 New Jersey, 4-1 Carolina, 4-2 Boston. What about the year that we lost, the last season? Look at this guy. Look at this guy. That's another thing, right? So think about all the different fan art that you can create. You can actually go back and remember how many times I've lost to this team. Like, you can find anything that you want to. It is so amazing, buddy. Thank you so much. And player stats, last but not least, let's take a look at this here. Whew, all right, look at this. Playoffs, regular season, all the numbers. Let's just go for regular season to start. All right, I want to see some of these big time. There you go. So peak player rating, 99. What does that mean? Peak player... Oh, the overall? Okay. I thought there was some sort of, advanced... Steven Stammer got up to 99 overall in my GM mode. That's crazy. Hampus Lindholm got up to 98. Edmund, 97. No wonder that Tampa Bay team did so well. You got a 99 and a 97. Sergei Yakupov. Who the heck was that? I don't even remember these. Quinn Hughes and Vesey, 96, 95. Lofthouse got to a 95. Look at this. Maxime Comtois got to a 94. What the hell? Most games in their career, Logan Cooley. Even more than Jared. Oh, right. We drafted Jared Vesey in year 4 or something. Look at all these guys with 820 games played. They just played 10 years straight and never got injured once. Vesey, Tomasino, Stamkos, Shore, Shattenkirk. Freaking Iron Man right here, man. Most goals, it's not even close. Look what this guy did. Jared Vesey. Put that into perspective. Matvei Michkov, right? I've had him since year year 1. Vesey got drafted by like year 3 or 4. Now, I know we went year 12 with Utah, so it was a little bit more, but he was just a pure goal scorer. It didn't get any better than that. He's so far ahead of everybody. Assists, Logan Cooley. Most points, Cooley. Wow. Remember, those extra few seasons. In fact, if I go down to playoffs, these numbers might be even crazier here. Jared Vesey, yeah, there it is. Look at him. John Tavares did decent. I moved on from Austin Matt. Look at Vesey. Cooley and Vesey just dominating everything. Most goals in a single playoff run. Fucking Brad Marchand always showing up. He got 22 for me, more than Jared Vesey. Most assists in a single playoff run, Jake Bean, and most points in a single playoff run, Jared Vesey with 40, man. You got your, let's go back to the regular season here. Regular season numbers are sometimes easier. Filter team, you can also filter by forward, defenseman, right? So let's go defenseman here for a second. Let's take a look at all my best defensemen over the years, right? And, yeah, look at this. Hampus Lindholm was my absolute best blue liner. Quinn Hughes, Hedman, the Wolfel, there's Andreas Kurtz, 93. Yuri Kapitanov. Looks like when I draft a player, 93 is typically where they max out for a defenseman, right? Harder to get them up there, and we don't even have, what's his name, Levshinov in there. Most games, Oliver Ekman-Larsson with Arizona, all right? Most goals, Yuri Kapitanov. Wasn't this the guy, Yuri Kapitanov, that I played on the wing with like the Washington Capitals, or was that somebody else? I forget. Quebec. It was with Quebec. Most assists, Andreas Kurtz. There's Levshinov. There's Levshinov. Most points. There's Levshinov. Come on. So, ladies and gentlemen, I think I've made my point, right? Unbelievable what this guy Magalanek has done. Again, my man, I'm going to say thank you for all of this. This is just unbelievable. And the greatest thing about it, it's available for all of you to just go and explore. Again, the comment will be down, or the link will be down in the comments section. Hell, I'll put it in the description as well. Why not? But I want to ask all of you guys to thank the creator, Magalanek, all right? This would not have happened if it weren't for him. So, my man, thank you. You have just improved 2BC history now with this. And I am excited to see what the fan art holds for our next GM mode coming in NHL 26. Can we beat some of the greatest players and teams in 2BC history? Well, now we can directly compare. So, again, for the last time, thank you, Magalanek. Thank you, everybody, for making our GM modes that much better. You guys, the best community ever. Woo! And I cannot wait for our next GM mode commentary.